Good afternoon and welcome back to Cody Banks Arena in Sherwood Parkdale, Prince Edward Island for a little bit more women's prep hockey here. Today it's going to be the Mount Academy under-18 Saints taking on the Stansted College under-16 Spartans. The Spartans, this will be their second game of the day. Earlier this morning they took on the under-17 Saints, winning that one by a final score of 5-3. Starting goaltenders for this matchup for the Mount Academy under-18s, it'll be number 33, Sky McDonald out of Torbrook, Nova Scotia, 2023 grad year. And countering for Stansted, it'll be number 30, Joliane Tremblay, grade 10 student out of Bécancour, Quebec. And that was after Lana Peasley got the start this morning, and we're underway. As the Spartans try to get things going, it'll be Kenny intercepting in the middle of the ice, dished off to Olivia Stewart. Stewart, that shot blocked by Pion. Now out in front, the Spartans will try and make their way out, as that's Ellie French, the former Mount Academy Saint, dumping it off to Tremblay. Rosalie Tremblay, the grade 8 student, in there digging. She's definitely got that side of the game down. Now coming back the other way is Meg Aiken. Goes cross ice to Stewart. Stewart dumps it in under the watchful eye of Annabelle Cormier as that puck goes through. Back to Sarah Callahan now. The Hammonds Plains, Nova Scotia native will reverse that. Cormier pinches up. Now Rosalie Bouchard with it. Bouchard being watched by Oriana McNeil. And that line this morning of Bouchard, Jamie Arsenault, and Zoe Charlon was really solid here for Stansted. And don't be surprised to see them factor into this game as well. As the Saints break out with it. Getting it as far as center ice. Cormier picks it up again. Cormier is found out between games a cousin of Lucas and Dominique Cormier, both from the same hometown of St. Marie de Kent, New Brunswick. Of course, Lucas, a very popular household name here on the island with the Charlottetown Islanders, ranked number 2 in the QMJHL, while Dominique's putting up a solid season with the Princeton Tigers in the NCAA. And over the course of this broadcast, we'll go over a few of the Mount Academy under-18s who have post-secondary commitments all set up, as McDonald's going to cover that one up. Just getting going here at Cody Banks Arena, 18:08 left in the first period. Face-off will come to Sky McDonald's left. Another tie-up off the draw. Saints will come out with it. Rachel Richards. Reverses to Laura McDonald. Can't quite get it out. And she's going to be pinched off there by Penelope Lavoie, who's got the puck now. Goes cross ice, intended for Labor, but instead that got intercepted by Clark. Now Allie Spencer back for it. Spencer scored against the under-17 Saints, yesterday morning. As Tate McDonald couldn't quite bring that one in. Now Tremblay. She'll chip that one in. Spencer back for it from Mount Academy. Allie Spencer surveying her options. Goes up to Tate McDonald. She goes off the boards. Cormier handles that one calmly. Battle on the boards. Tori Walsh trying to get it right in front of our broadcast position, but it goes into Mount territory. Tremblay with it, shoots, tries to go short side. McDonald there to cover it off with the shoulder. Now Cormier again. Over to McIntyre. Cross ice, that puck will find Gagne. Gagne drop pass just a little bit behind Tremblay, but Cormier's there to clean up. Now here's French coming back for it. Ellie French back to Emma McIntyre, the Halifax native, and it's just going to trickle back to Joliane Tremblay, who covers. Still scoreless early on, 16:43 to go in this opening period. Face-off coming to Tremblay's right. Mount Academy wins that cleanly. Shot from the point by McNeil. That one's just a little bit off target. Grace McDougall with the pinch. And now it's Noemi Cloutier. Trying to go high with it, but a step offside was going to be Rosalie Bouchard, so she lets it go and it goes for icing. I think they had the right idea for that stretch pass, but again, Bouchard just a step over the line. So we'll try it all over again. Face off to the right of Joliane Tremblay once again. Tie up off the draw. Cloutier with it. Now Jamie Arsenault trying to work her way out, the Sackville, New Brunswick native and captain of this under-16 side. Now headed the other way is Lily Trevors, trying to pressure Cloutier. And McNeil keeps that in. Trevors battling for it. And now Arsenault pushed up against the boards. Mount Academy back with it. Reaching out for it was Sydney Chason, one of the post-secondary commits that I was talking about, and one of 3 that's going to be headed to the University of Southern Maine for next season. So nice to see Mount Academy building up a pipeline down there, having already snagged Allie Stymist and the goaltender McKim over the last couple seasons. And as I say, they're adding Chason and a couple more that we'll get to over the course of this broadcast, as Regan Lynch was stopped up there by Richards. Now here's Kira St. Peter. St. Peter flips that one out, gets it out to Pion. And that pass tips off of Lynch's stick, no icing. Richards there for it. She goes around her own net. That's going to find Talia Mullally. She's headed to St. Thomas University next fall. The Fredericton native, as that shot was just a little bit high from Talia Mullally. Now McNeil. McNeil, good stick work there on the point, but a nice block there from Quinn Smits. Good defensive play from the Courtenay, BC native. Now Cormier around her own net to McIntyre. Pressured by Tori Walsh. Cormier is going to push it up the boards. Gets as far as Tate McDonald, so Cormier will try it again. Tori Walsh centering pass intercepted. And now there goes Rosalie Tremblay, but she has that one taken away. Cormier. That one gets through everybody. McNeil headed back for it. 14-10 left in this opening period. Fast pace to it. And you have to think that favors the Mount Academy under 18s, as McDonald's going to cover that one up. Got a little bit close for comfort there, so to speak. And so with 14:02 remaining in the first period, face-off coming to Sky McDonald's right. Another tie-up off the draw, won by Aiken. Now Richards pressed up into the boards by Gagne, but still comes out with the puck. Sent around by Grace McDougall. That's going to get out. Cloutier going back for it. Pressured by Olivia Stewart. Another one of the University of Southern Maine commits. Stansted trying to get out of their own end. Stewart keeps it in. Cloutier. Noemi Cloutier surveying her options. And they'll get out with Rosalie Tremblay. And delayed offside here, but Stewart's going to come back up the middle with it. Olivia Stewart out of Moncton, New Brunswick. Certainly a familiar face to those in the know with regards to Mount Academy, as we've got our first penalty of the game. As it looks like Pion's down, it's going to be a tripping call. Maëlie Pion took a bit of a spill this morning as well. She wound up with the penalty at that point, but this time around it's going to be Olivia Stewart headed to the box. And for a power play that connected 3 times this morning, Stansted's going to get its first chance in this game with 13:10 remaining in the opening period. Pion definitely a big piece to that Stansted blue line. We'll have to see if she's all right. But right now it's Bouchard digging into the corner. Jamie Arsenault looking to help out. Pressured by Chason there along with Meadow Clark. Gets out to the point for Cormier. Over to Cloutier. That one's steered aside. Clark tries to slap at it. She'll get another shot here behind the net, but she's pushed off the puck by Charlon. Zoe Charlon back to Cloutier. That shot doesn't get through. Clark, good battle there. Charlande has her pushed up against the boards. Arsenault in to help. Clark still battling. Charlande comes out with it. Back to Jamie Arsenault, the Stansted captain. Rocks out. That one steered aside. Cormier keeps it in for about half a second before it goes out of the zone. Penalty half over here with 12:05 remaining in the opening period. McNeil intercepts. She cuts into the middle of the ice. McNeil shoots. Nice stop there from Tremblay. Now behind her own net is Cormier. Pressured there by Lily Trevors. Tenacious little player is Lily Trevors. As Stansted will try and make something out of the last 30 seconds of this power play. Pushed off the puck there was French. McDougall standing her up. Now McNeil with it. Tries to chip it up. Gets it out to McIntyre at the blue line. And French sends it around the net. 10 seconds to go in this first power play of the game. Pion back out on the ice. That hits the side of the net. McDonald, good job of watching that. And as it comes back out to the point for McIntyre, we're back to 5-on-5. And now Mount Academy trying to get back onto level footing here. Pion with the stretch pass. Here goes Gagne. She spins back, dishes off to McIntyre. Back to Alexa Gagne. Emma McIntyre with it at the point, chopped away by Mullally. And going down there is Richards, no call. And meanwhile, St. Peter dishes off to Mullally. Mullally centering, tried to find Avery Amos on that, but just couldn't quite get the handle on it. Now St. Peter going back for Mount Academy. Kira St. Peter surveying her options. She's going to go high. Basically puts it in the stomach of Mullally there as Stansted's going to go the other way. Lynch stopped. Now Avery Amos turning it around. But she'll just dump it in and go for a change. Now Kluche up the middle, tried to find Lynch, but instead finds an icing as we're exactly halfway through this opening period. 10 minutes to go, and still no score. Face-off coming to the left of Joliane Tremblay here. It'll be Walsh and Arsenault taking the draw. Walsh wins that one to Spencer. That one off the skate and wide. Kluche there for it. Set up to center ice. Gets it past McNeil. Does Jamie Arsenault in. Shoots. Rebound. And not sure how that one stayed out. But the referee's going to blow it down. Good pressure from Stansted there off of that defensive zone draw. Jamie Arsenault nearly turned that into something. But Sky McDonald stood tall. .9:43 left now in this opening period. Stansted controls it off the draw. Cormier into the corner. Richards. Oh, weird bounce out in front. Bouchard nearly had an opportunity as that puck's going to hang up on the back of the net. So we'll try it all over again here. 9:32 remaining in the period. And a tie-up off the draw. Arsenault and Aiken with the sticks tied in. As Cormier again tries to get it into the corner. Jamie Arsenault with an opportunity here. As that one goes off a body and wide. Stewart pinned up. But Stansted trying to go the other way. Bouchard lost a handle. Couple lost an edge. As Mount Academy is going to come out with it. Another blown tire here. As Jamie Arsenault is going to come out with it. Arsenault tries to go cross ice, but nobody home there. So it'll be Maëlie Pion picking it up. And that a high shot. McDonald has to glove that one down. Covers it up. 8:49 to go now in the first. So far, Stansted showing no ill effects of the fact that this is their second game of the day. Certainly coming out with plenty of energy so far. Mount Academy controls it off the draw. Callahan. Left for Clark. Clark up the boards to Trevors. Now Alexa Gagne with it. Back to Pion. And Trevors is able to head that one off. Gets it past Lavoie and into Stansted territory. Now Pion sends it forward. Kept in by Spencer. Able to slap that one back in is the native of Paradise, Newfoundland. Now Amos surveying her options. Finds Stansted on a line change, sends it to Chase on. But she might have chased on that a little bit too quickly as that goes for offside. And so the faceoff will come just outside Stansted's blue line. 8:03 left in this opening frame. St. Peter controls it. Kira St. Peter, definitely one of the drivers of this Mount Academy side as McNeil fires. She scores! Few bodies in front of Joliane Tremblay there, and Oriana McNeil, if you've seen her play, you know she knows how to pick corners, and she did it again there. As that's going to make it 1-0 for the Mount Academy under 18s, 7:52 left in the opening period. So nice patience there from Oriana McNeil, the Mabu, Nova Scotia native. 2022 grad class. Could certainly be an intriguing offensive option from the back end. Meanwhile, Charlon looking to answer the other way. And that one's stopped by McDonald. Richards trying to settle things down. Goes around her own net for St. Peter. And we are going to get an offside call here. 7:26 left in the opening period. Again, Oriana McNeil just opened the scoring a moment ago for Mount Academy as the U18 Saints lead 1-0. Controlled by the Saints again. Richards over to Clark. Now Charlon trying to go the other way. And that one, I think, may have popped out of play. And so we'll try it one more time. 7:16 left in the first period. Again, the Saints control it off the draw. Richards up the middle to Tori Walsh. The Marystown, Newfoundland native is able to swing that one in. Now Pion has it taken away by Walsh. Walsh trying to center, but instead Pion shoveled it out and headed back the other way with Charlon, but she's going to go off for a change instead. Spencer cross ice to Tate McDonald. Kicked it forward to Walsh. That one off a shin pad. And again, a bit of a strange bounce behind that net. There's a couple of those here at Cody Banks Arena. A lot of the locals will know about them for sure. And now nice cross ice pass from French to Tremblay. Gagne trying to follow up. But now Tate McDonald headed the other way, finds Aiken at center ice. Meg Aiken surveying her options. She'll circle back. Pressured by Lavoie in the corner. And Stansted will come out with it. Tremblay back to Lavoie. Around the net. Intended for Cloutier, but instead gets out to the point. Now headed back the other way is Alexa Gagne. Gagne up the middle. And intercepted. Now here goes McNeil, the goal scorer in this one. McNeil shielding the puck as she's able to get it around. Out in front, Aiken scores! And again, you see Oriana McNeil kind of driving the play from the defensive end. Nice puck control or protection down the wing. She's able to swing around and finds the Mount Academy veteran Meg Aiken. And that extends the under-18 Saints lead to 2-0 here. 5:48 to go in the opening period. Although it must be noted, this isn't as big of an issue here for Stansted. Of course, they were down 2-0 this morning against the under-17s before ultimately coming back and winning that one. And they've gotten their first power play opportunity now, or second, I should say, as there's going to be a cross-checking call coming to Mount Academy. And it's going to be a roughing call, actually, just right in front of the referee. You can't really get away with that. And Sarah Callahan not putting up much of a fight as she heads to the box. 5.5 to go now in this opening period. Stansted back to the power play. Again, it was lethal this morning, and it's ultimately what sparked their comeback, as they got 2 power play goals before the end of the period. They'll be looking for history to repeat itself here. And it starts with this top line. Charlon leaves it for Arsenault. Charlon back to the point. It squeaks out. Pion with it. Skates it back. Pressure from Chason on the forecheck. Now Clark. Up the boards for Chason, and she chops it out. Tremblay out to play it. And she'll fire that one up the ice. Finds Rosalie Bouchard with it. Bouchard being pressured there from behind by Stewart. And Jamie Arsenault tried to get in there, but instead Aiken slaps that one down. Aiken, the most recent goal scorer in this one, as Tremblay has to cover up. And we'll have a face-off to her left with 4:36 left in the opening period. 1:06 to go on the Stansted power play. And it'll be Aiken and Tremblay taking the draw. Scramble there. Mount Academy comes out with it. Oriana McNeil fires. Stopped. Aiken. Down in the corner for Stewart. Pressure there from a couple of Stansted defenders. Lavoie in there along with, I believe, Tremblay. Now Gagne. She finds French. And we got a neck guard on the ice. Not sure whose it is. And Stansted trying to build something here. Kluche. That one's stopped by McDonald, and that one's going to go out of play. 3:58 left now in the opening period. 29 seconds to go on this Spartans advantage. Face-off coming to Sky McDonald's left. Tremblay wins that draw cleanly. Lavoie with the shot, handcuffed McDonald a little bit, but it stays out. Kluche fires that one wide. Bit of a strange bounce off the boards. Kluche with it again. She fires, same result, high and wide. And that's going to come all the way out to Stansted's blue line, where Lavoie picks it up. Swung that one around for French. Again, the former Mount Academy Saint is Ellie French, as we're back to 5-on-5. Mullally. Mullally loses that one, and now Tremblay headed the other way. Nice move to get around McDonald. Tries to backhand that one in there, but nothing doing. Now McIntyre going back for it. Swings it over to Labor at center ice. Pressured by both McDonald and Clark. Now Smits tries to swing it around. Gets it out to center ice, where Spencer intercepts. Batted down by Lynch. Regan Lynch still with it, but loses it to Laura McDonald. She goes up the boards. And McIntyre loses that one, and here comes Stewart. Olivia Stewart. Nice and square to the shot there was Joliane Tremblay. And with 2.5 minutes left in the first period, Mount Academy continues to lead 2-0. Aiken in to take the draw against Arsenault. Aiken wins it cleanly. McNeil. Down into the corner. Aiken with it. Up to Charlon. Off of Bouchard's skate. Now Kenny tries to start it. She'll send it back to McNeil first. Pion back for it. intended for Bouchard, but nice eyes there from McDougall to intercept, and Maëlie Pion will give it another go. And that one, I think, may have hopped off the ref to keep it in. Lavoie goes cross ice, finds Charland. Zoe Charland up the middle for Bouchard. Bouchard circles, goes down. No call there. Puck loose out front. And kept in the zone by Cloutier. I think that might have been fired right into Bouchard's chest. Things not so rosy for Bouchard right now, as Cormier's back for it. Intercepted by Trevors as that one bounces just wide of the net. Chase on now. Goes into the other corner. Charland going in for it. Oh, bit of a nasty collision there. Charland down, and that appears to be Callahan also down. Meanwhile, a stop made by Tremblay. Certainly Sarah Callahan shaken up on that last play. Have to see how she progresses throughout the rest of the game. Luckily, she's 1 minute and 2 away from an intermission, as that's all that's left in the period. Amos wins that draw. Richards off of Amos's shin pad. Now going back the other way is French, up to Tremblay. Rosalie Tremblay trying to center for French, but instead off a stick. Pion with it. Drop pass there for Tremblay. McIntyre keeps it in. Glove down by Tremblay. That shot high and wide. Now Kira St. Peter headed back the other way. Up to Avery Amos. The Bishop's Gators commit. That one off a stick and stays in play. Amos tried to chop at it, but nothing doing. Now Alexa Gagne brings it out. Up to French. French goes sideways there. 15 seconds to go in the period. Mount Academy just content to flip it out, but the short roof here, the short ceiling, that's going to give Stansted an offensive opportunity here with 8.9 seconds left in the period. So right idea there from Oriana McNeil, but the execution needed something a little bit different. Luckily, McNeil gets a chance to redeem herself here. A couple of people battling in there. And that's how the first period's going to end. So, after 20 minutes of play, you got goals from Oriana McNeil and Meg Aiken, and that's got the Mount Academy under-18 Saints up 2-0 over the Stansted College under-16 Spartans. And again, we're through 20 minutes now. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes or so to bring you the second period of this one, so don't go anywhere. All right, folks, we're back for the second period of this one. Mount Academy under-18 Saints lead the Stansted College under-16 Spartans by a score of 2-0. And we're just about set to go. We're back underway. Clark over to Richards. Kenny with it. And that one's stopped by Tremblay. Aiken barreling in. And Tremblay's going to have an early face-off to her left. Pion with it. Now coming out the other way is Tremblay. As that's not going to go for icing. So Richards back for it. Richards definitely one of the pillars of this Mount Academy defense. Along with Caroline Thompson, who's a University of Southern Maine commit, but she's injured at the moment. So Richards definitely picking up the slack. Meanwhile, Aiken picking up Pion in midair and still holding on to the puck. And Aiken understandably going off after that. Maybe a bit of a sore back there. Pion, meanwhile, without a stick. As Callahan tries to fire short side, nothing doing. Stewart back to Spencer. Down to, that was Stewart. Now she goes off. Going down again is Pion. And she's had a couple of rough games here from the kind of physical perspective as Spencer has that one go out and it goes for offside. Just about an inch or two over that line, but it's going to get called, especially with the linesman right there. So 18:47 to go in the second period. Still 2-0 for Mount Academy. Now Cormier dishes that one up to Bouchard. Charlon stays on side. Shot from Bouchard, glove down by McDonald. Trying to go short side there was Bouchard, but nothing opening up. Now Cormier. Bouchard bats that one down, but Chason will backhand that one into Stansted territory. And now here goes Charlon. Zoe Charlon dishes off to Arsenault. And she's met by a couple of Mount Academy defenders there in the corner. Saints try to clear it. St. Peter stood up at the line. No call there as Kluche gets physical at the blue line. Amos tried to push that one forward. Cormier able to head her off at the pass. Now here's Kluche. Noemi Kluche is able to get that one forward. Now headed back the other way. Mullally couldn't quite get back to it, so Cormier will try and stabilize things for Stansted. Instead, it finds Mullally. Now here's Penelope Lavoie, loses that one to Mullally. Amos tries to backhand that one, but nothing doing. Chopped forward there by Charlon. Stansted having trouble getting out of their own end here briefly, but Charlon sends that one on net and she'll go off for a change. Now Mount Academy going the other way. Is there a stretch pass there? There is, but just out of the reach of Mullally. So Lavoie sends that one out to the blue line. Dumped back in by Tori Walsh. Penelope Lavoie there. Now Spencer pinching in. Sends it around the net. Pion there. Lynch kind of stood up there by Laura McDonald, who's got the puck now. And offside delayed here on Mount Academy. As Smits takes a bit of a spill. Pion down, and that's going to get a call. Looks like it's Tori Walsh headed off. And she knows it right away as she's going for tripping. And so Stansted again looking for an answer on the power play. 16:27 to go now in the second period. And so it looks like it'll be Aiken and Tremblay on the draw. Aiken wins that one back cleanly. There's McNeil. Battling with Tremblay and French in the corner. McNeil comes out with it. Oriana McNeil certainly strong on her skates. Gets it out to the point for Cormier. Now Tremblay. Nice move. Sky McDonald, good job of tracking that one all the way into the chest. $1:36 left on the Stansted power play here. 16:02 to go in the second. Face-off coming to Sky McDonald's left. And a tie-up off the draw. McNeil has it. And it just comes out of the zone. Lavoie is able to knock that one down. Across to French. And delayed offside does in fact get called. And so the face-off will come outside Mount Academy territory now. Another tie-up off the draw. Stansted controlling it. Kluche. Cross ice, tried to find Charlon with it, but hops over her stick. Now Charlon centering for Bouchard, and she scores! Rosalie Bouchard. That top line, it's been strong here for Stansted all day. And on the power play, it's Bouchard, the Sherbrooke, Quebec native in grade 10 at Stansted, who's able to break through and break the ice. And that's going to cut the lead in half here for Mount Academy as it's now 2-1. See how the Saints respond here, because again, this is how Stansted started the comeback in their first game against the under-17 Saints this morning, as Chason has that one blockered away. Pion, nice breakout pass there intended for Bouchard. Instead, down to Chason. Now Cormier left it for Arsenault. And trying to get it out was Charlon, but instead it's going to go back the other way. Maëlie Pion. Across to Charlon. Up the boards for Bouchard, the goal scorer here for Stansted. Taken away by one of Mount's goal scorers, McNeil. And now McNeil going back for it. Goes around her own net to Spencer. And that one's sent out by Mullally. It's in the skates of Amos, and now she's got it. Avery Amos using that big body. But she's met by a formidable challenge in the form of Pion. Comes out to the point. McDougall's shot blocked. I think that was Pion who got in front of that. And now back the other way is Kira St. Peter. Just snaps it into the corner. And now Labor gives it up. St. Peter with the bouncing shot. That hops into the corner. And some size there in the corner for sure, as Pion and Smits were both trying to get the puck. Lynch in there too, as that one goes up into the netting. So definitely a response from Stansted, keyed by that power play goal. And again, it was Rosalie Bouchard who got the Spartans on the board. And tie up off the draw. As that one's going to get into Mount Academy territory. McDonald is just going to cover that one up. She had Gagne bearing down. And so the faceoff will come to her right. And a bit of a late change here for the Saints, but it's going to be allowed. As Spencer and Gagne battle for it in the corner. Walsh in there too. Now Tate McDonald up and off the glass. Glove down by Lavoie. Just sent back down into the corner. Meadow Clark with it now. She backhands that one. Tate McDonald there for it, but pressured by Tremblay. Now a good board battle here between Clark and Gagne. Laura McDonald out now. Tried to find Tate McDonald, but nothing connecting there. Now Kluche. Up to French. That little touch pass missed its mark. Now Cloutier again. Just past French, and it'll get down to Spencer in Mount Academy territory. And now here's Bouchard again. Trying to go short side, but that one's blocked by Spencer. Now here's Laura McDonald. Poked away by Cloutier, and now French headed the other way. Stretch pass finds Arsenault to negate the icing. McNeil, good job shielding Arsenault away from the puck as Stewart can't reach the stretch pass. And she'll go for a slide as the puck goes for icing. 12:29 left now in the second period. And again, the goal from Rosalie Bouchard just a couple minutes ago, that's cut the Stansted deficit in half as Mount Academy leads this one 2-1. Meanwhile, just on the bench there, you saw Emma McIntyre working on something. I don't know if it was an edge or maybe something else going on for the Halifax native for the Spartans. Meanwhile, Stewart is also not going to get to that puck, so it's another icing for Mount Academy. And so we'll have yet another face-off in the Saints zone. And it'll be interesting to see what Kenny McDougall does here in the next couple of minutes, whether he decides to ride with Sky McDonald in goal or opts to do what he did yesterday morning against the under-17s and play equal time for both Sky McDonald and Maggie Jones. So keep an eye on that in the next couple of minutes as we come up to the midpoint of this game. McDonald looking good here so far, though, as Mount Academy tries to clear. Here's Olivia Stewart. Stewart, as mentioned earlier, headed to the University of Southern Maine this fall, as she tries to get that one on net, but nothing doing. Now here's Charlon. Up the middle of the ice, springs Bouchard. Rosalie Bouchard stopped by Sky McDonald. And that's probably Sky McDonald's best save of the game so far. Mount Academy back the other way. Callahan with some nice stick work. Things starting to open up on both sides. Spencer sends that one wide. Now Labor tries to get it out. Lynch has that one taken away, just barely onside. As Trevors works her way in. Puck bouncing out front. It's going to come out to Spencer at the point. Off a body, and now Stansted headed back the other way. Lynch sent up to Smits. And Smits and Spencer both go down. No call there. And right out front there was Labor. And that was left wanting. As, McNeil taken hard into the boards. That's going to be a penalty on Quinn Smits. And we'll have to see what the severity of the penalty is. McNeil certainly laboring after that hit, which is going to go as a body contact penalty. It was all numbers there by the looks of things. But it looks like it's just going to be the 2 minutes. And so, 10:46 remaining in the second period. Mount Academy back to the power play. Spencer keeps it in at the blue line. Cross to Richards. She winds and fires and scores! Rachel Richards not wasting much time on this power play. And that's going to extend Mount Academy's lead to 3-1. That is about as textbook start to a power play as you can get. Rachel Richards finding that open seam, winds and fires and just puts it over Tremblay's glove. And again, that lead is back up to 2. Mullally pushing Lavoie now. St. Peter in there digging as well. And sent around for Pion. Stood up there by Richards, the most recent goal scorer. Now coming back the other way is Gagne. Up the middle for French. Gagne is the trailer. Alexa Gagne with it. Things starting to get a little more chaotic here on the ice. St. Peter shovels that one down. Pion back for it. And she loses it. Avery Amos with it. Now Stansted coming back the other way. Tremblay trying to get it, but headed off by Clark. Pion sends it down, gets it to Clark at the Mount Blue line. Now Clark skating it up. Meadow Clark with the shot, rebound. It's right there, and scores. Second and third opportunities there, and it's ultimately Laura McDonald who comes up with it, as it's now 4-1 Mount Academy. And you see that surge of energy here on the Saints bench. Momentum certainly swinging in their favor right now, and again, this might be the start of Stansted starting to feel the effects of the second game and the travel from Quebec even to get here. But we'll have to see what they've got for an answer. Certainly a skilled bunch as Jamie Arsenault tries to backhand it in. Stewart pushes it up. Olivia Stewart, great back check there from Bouchard to cut her off. Now it's Jamie Arsenault behind her own net. Only gets it as far as McNeil on the half boards. Aiken keeps it in. Goes cross ice. Stewart couldn't quite get a handle on that. Olivia Stewart goes opposite corner. Aiken's going to get there first. Now Kenny tried to center. Aiken there. And square to the shot was Joliane Tremblay. So a couple of quick goals here for Mount Academy, and that's built up their lead to 4-1. 8:42 remaining in the second period. And yeah, no sign of Sky McDonald coming out, so I think Kenny McDougall's going to stay with her for the balance of this game. And Stansted searching for answers here as Smith sends that one down for icing. .8:34 to go now in the second period. And face-off coming to Joliane Tremblay's right. Mount Academy wins that cleanly. McDougall puts it on net. Rebound. Nice stop there from Tremblay. Richards keeps it in. And no call there as Lynch went down. But now Mount Academy trying to reset. McDougall tried to go up the middle, but instead it's Smits with the puck. Over to Lynch. Regan Lynch with it. Tries to center, but it comes out to the half boards where Cloutier's got it. Now the puck just sitting behind the net. Comes out to Lavoie at center ice. Chase on pressuring her as she's able to get it cross ice. Now Cloutier will give it a go. Noemi Cloutier fires high and wide. Again, strange bounce off of that stanchion. Cody Banks Arena here in Sherwood, known for the odd bounce or two. As McDougall slaps that one out, St. Peter forward. Tried to find Amos with it. Instead, it's going to be a foot race. McIntyre gets there first. Spencer keeps it in. And that one got chipped out by Tremblay, but now Mount Academy back the other way. Mullally. Avery Amos shoots. Blockered away by Tremblay. Amos. Couldn't do anything with it there as Tremblay tries to get it out. Gagne was cut off as well. Now Pion up the middle. French had that one hop up and hit herself in the cage, but up to Tremblay now. Here's Spencer. Around her own net to Clark. Meadow Clark surveys her options, goes up to Tori Walsh, but Stansted takes over at center ice. And Mount sends it back the other way. That's going to go the length of the ice, and just like a good chocolate cake, that is going to be full of icing. And so the faceoff's going to be in Mount Academy territory to the left of Sky McDonald. 6:23 to go in the second. Stanstead controls it off the draw. But Kluche has that go by her at the blue line. So she's going to try and hold off McDonald here. But Laura McDonald comes out with it. McNeil with the shot. And stopped by Tremblay. Every save becoming that much more critical here for Joliane Tremblay and the Stanstead Spartans. Face-off will come to her right. 6:07 to go in this middle period. Tie up off the draw. And Stanstead trying to push forward, but McNeil sends it back the other way. Kenny will dump it all the way in. Pion back for it. Back around for Charlon, back to Pion. Meili Pion has that one taken away by Stewart. Stewart centers, that one's off Aiken's skate, and that's gonna get Stanstead away here. Zoe Charlon up the middle of the ice. Charlon shoots, glove down by Sky McDonald. And so the faceoff will come to her left now. 5:33 remaining in the second period. Mount Academy continues to lead 4-1. And now Trevor's tried to push that one forward. But Stanstead keeps it in. Lavoie with the shot. Again, handcuffed McDonald a little bit on that glove side, but she's able to hold on. And so we'll just flip sides of the ice and try it all again on the face-offs. And Stanstead briefly controls it, but here goes Sydney Chason. Bit of a pinch there on Lavoie. Chason shot. Kind of cut off by Pion there. And crisis averted there if you're Stanstead. As that one goes into the Mount Academy bench. Face-off will come, let's see. I was going to say inside, and it looks like it is inside. No deflection, rule of the linesman. Callahan wins that draw. Back to McNeil. Chason has that one go through her stick, so Cormier will backhand that one around the net. Trevors has that one intercepted by French. Now headed back the other way is Tremblay. Rosalie Tremblay battling. French joining in as well. And call here on Stanstead, as that's going to be a body contact penalty. And it looks like it'll be Alexa Gagne going off. So Gagne gone for 2 or less here as Mount Academy is headed back to the power play. Face-off coming to the right of Joliane Tremblay. Mullally takes control of it. Mullally into the slot, loses the handle, and that's going to allow French to whip it down the ice. McDonald leaves it for Spencer. Allie Spencer drops it to McNeil. Mullally chips it up to Amos. This has been the strong line the last couple days for Mount Academy, this Amos, Mullally, and St. Peter trio. And we'll have to see what they're able to put on the boards on this power play. Nice stretch pass finds St. Peter. She shoots high and wide. Good vision there from McNeil to find that. As puck's bouncing around again, Tremblay able to see it into the chest. And 1:14 left on the Mount power play. 3:57 to go in the second period. And Arsenault wins that drawback for Stanstead. Important defensive zone win, as that's going to allow Lavoie to slap that one out. Now Richards. Richards has one of the goals in the second period for Mount Academy. And she's going to lead it up the ice. Kenny has that poked away. Arsenault will just wrist that one back down. Grace McDougall back for it, the Antigonish, Nova Scotia native. Swings it back to Aiken. Tries the stretch pass, and it does get through Kenny's stick, and that's going to go for icing. 3:22 left now in the second. And 38 seconds remaining on the Saints power play. Face-off coming to Sky McDonald's right. And another tie-up off the draw. Tremblay comes out with it. High shot, bouncing puck. Charlon trying to reverse, net comes off. And Tremblay certainly not afraid to get into the dirty areas. Young, tenacious player that Rosalie Tremblay is. Certainly one that Stansted will want to develop. And it'll be Tremblay and Callahan on the draw. Stansted will keep it in. McIntyre on the brief pinch. Now Trevors. Dumps it in. And it'll be Pion back for it. Pressured by Trevors. Saints looking for one more power play opportunity here. Clark at the point. And Charlon was able to get her to wait out the shot. As it's back to 5-on-5 now. Gagne joining the play. And that shot stopped by Tremblay, and now Gagne headed back the other way. 2-on-1 here, Gagne and Charlon. Alexa Gagne with it, dishes off to Charlon, and nothing going there. Could have gone either way with that, could Alexa Gagne. But certainly an opportunity that's gone by the wayside for Stansted. Now that pass right on the tape for Tremblay. She'll dump it in and go off for a change. Now Mount Academy will head back the other way. That one just out of Laura McDonald's reach. McNeil bats it down. Pressured by Lynch. Now Tori Walsh headed back in the opposite direction. But Kluche is going to go off the glass. McNeil sends it back down. Tori Walsh behind the net. Couldn't quite keep the handle. Now Smith sends it up to Lynch. Regan Lynch with it. She finds space. Nice stop there from McDonald. And again, McNeil puts that one up into the low ceiling. So a minute 32 remaining now in the second period. Mount Academy continues to lead this one 4-1. Face-off will come to Sky McDonald's left. Stansted controls it off the draw. That one gets past Lavoie. St. Peter headed back the other way. Here St. Peter shoots. Rebound. And Tremblay keeps it out for now, but not on the rebound. They score. And I'm not sure who got that at the end. See who goes through the line first. And it looks like it's going to be Avery Amos getting credit for the goal. Again, she's headed to Bishop's University in the RSEQ this fall. So Amos getting on the board. Having a little chat with Jamie Arsenault in the face-off circle. As it's now 5-1 for Mount Academy, and those late goals are never fun to give up. Now Richards. Richards stops up. Goes back to Amos, the St. Stephen, New Brunswick native. Now Meadow Clark. Leaves it for Richards up to Mullally. Again, this is the line that's been productive the last couple days for Mount Academy. And you just saw them score again with Amos putting it in. As we're down to 45 seconds left in the second period. Cross ice pass finds Charlon. Zoe Charlon, nice move. Cuts right back on Spencer again, but McNeil's there to see it off the second time. Now Stewart trying to go forward, pushes Pion into the boards. Kenny pushed off the puck, Pion there. And penalty coming to Mount Academy here, as Stewart was basically draped all over the back of Maëlie Pion. And you kind of felt like something like that was going to happen here late in the period. Stansted to the power play, as it'll be Olivia Stewart headed off for hooking. And so, as mentioned, 16.8 seconds left in the second period. Barring something unforeseen, Stansted will start the third period with a power play of about 1:44. But they might try and answer here, but Aiken's going to clear. And headed back for it is Cloutier. She goes cross ice for French. Goes up the middle, couple of seconds, got a fire. And Gagne gets the shot off. It wouldn't have been in time anyway. And so, through 40 minutes of play, Mount Academy finding its legs in the second period, scoring 3 times. And that's going to give them a 5-1 lead over Stansted College. As we head to the third, we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, folks, we're back for the third period of this women's hockey prep school contest between the Mount Academy under-18 Saints and the Stansted College under-16 Spartans. Stansted will start the period with a minute 44 power play, and it comes after Mount Academy put up a 3-spot in the second period with goals coming from Rachel Richards, Laura McDonald, and Avery Amos. And that's got it to 5-1 here, as Stansted looks to respond. And actually, I should say that Stansted did get their power play goal in the second period as well, as it was Rosalie Bouchard who got the Spartans on the board. And there you see Bouchard at the blue line as Spartans captain Jamie Arsenault carries it in. And that shot stopped. And Arsenault certainly comes by the athletic genes, honestly enough. The daughter of Mount Allison University Athletic Director Pierre Arsenault, who I know is listening to this one. So, Pierre, hello, sir. As Chason slaps that one down. 40 seconds left in this power play for Stansted, as it's Lavoie who plays it. Finds Gagne in the middle of the ice. And she turns it around to Tremblay. Rosalie Tremblay, nice move around Richards. Oh, how did that stay out? How in the world did the Spartans not capitalize on that? The net was open, but some kind of last-ditch defensive plays there from Mount Academy keep it out. Now Kluche trying to go short side, but McDonald up to the task, and Mount Academy clears it out. That's going to end this power play as Stewart steps back onto the ice. Now Tremblay out to play it. Nice little pickup in pace to start this third period, as Lavoie tried to send that one forward, but it's going to be Spencer shoveling it back into Stansted territory. And now Labor tried to poke that one out. Instead, St. Peter winds up with it, but the shot's deflected into the netting. So, crazy opening sequence to this third period. 17:49 to go. Faceoff will come inside the Stansted zone. And Amos wins that draw. Clark over to Spencer. Spencer gets that one in. Tremblay handles it. Now there's Spencer. Puck goes around the net. Labor was going to wait for it, I think, but Cormier tried to chop it up. Mullally sends it backwards. Amos holds onto it. Good job there by Smits to get it, but she sent it up the middle. Clark will shoot, but Tremblay tracks that one right into the crest, basically. So 17:20 remaining in this third period. Face-off will come to Joliane Tremblay's, left. And it's going to be Arsenault and Walsh on the draw. They tie up. Mount Academy controls it. McNeil. She shoots. That one's stopped by Tremblay. McDougall fires it on net. That hits a body. And now Pion with the stretch pass right on the tape of Charlon. Zoe Charlon circles back. Back to the point for Lavoie. And the stick goes flying, the stick of Laura McDonald. And Stansted's going to come out with possession. Pion has that one roll off the stick a little bit. And McNeil's going to come out with it. Goes backwards to McDougall. Gets it to center ice, but then Tremblay takes over. Rosalie Tremblay the other way. That one stopped. And she got two for the price of one as another puck came down. And it looks like the faceoff's going to come outside, but a good release there from Rosalie Tremblay, who scored, I believe, twice this morning. Definitely an offensive threat anytime she takes to the ice. And controlled by the Saints off the draw. Aiken circles back. Now up the boards. Here's Kenny. Nice pass there, finds Stewart. Stewart tried to go short side. had the angle just a little bit high, as she had Tremblay down as well. Meanwhile, that shot gets through. Tremblay handles it. Going sideways with that one was French. And she goes up the middle of the ice, but Kenny intercepts, and she'll go off for a change. Richards stretch pass here to Aiken. Trying to catch Stanstead on the change. Aiken up the middle. Chase on. Couldn't quite get the handle on that shot, so Tremblay will just cover it up. Golden opportunity there for Mount Academy to further stretch their lead. But again, it just didn't quite come off Chase-on's stick right there at the end. So face off to Tremblay's left with 15:45 to go. Mount controls it again. Chase on to McNeil. That one lobs over the net. Spencer pinches in. Now sent around the net by the Spartans. McNeil on the pinch. The defense certainly getting active here for Mount Academy in this one. McNeil walking in. Couldn't get it to go. Now Pion. Chase-on intercepts. Knocked down by McIntyre. Now Smits the other way. That one hops over Lynch's stick. So Chase-on will try and go the other way. Again, Sydney Chase-on, one of the three from this year's Mount Academy group, headed to the University of Southern Maine to play some D3 NCAA hockey next fall. Certainly building up a pipeline to that particular program is Mount Academy head Kenny McDougall. And Stanstead trying to get out of their own end here. Lavoie up to Bouchard. Rosalie Bouchard, nice little drag, but it sends Lynch offside. Just that little bit of a hesitation or pullback or whatever you want to call it. Just threw off the timing just that little bit, and the faceoff's going to come outside. Saints win that draw. Kluche. Now Arsenault with it. Being pushed there by Richards. Now Amos with it in her own zone. Sends it around to St. Peter. St. Peter whips it down the ice, but that's going to go for icing. And so, 14-13 to go. Face-off coming to Sky McDonald's right. And a bit of a delay there in deciding who was going to actually win that face-off. But Stanstead controls it briefly, but it comes out. Tate McDonald with it. Goes around the Stanstead net. And it's left there. Lavoie trying to clear. And she gets it out to the Mount blue line where Meadow Clark is waiting. Now Tate McDonald with it at center ice. McDonald pushed off the puck, no call there. And so McIntyre will try and set things up here for Stanstead. Walsh with the good pinch to block that clearing attempt. Off the rebound, McNeil. Mount Academy again keeps it in. McDougall just kind of lifts that one on goal. Tremblay able to freeze that one to her chest. And 13:20 remaining in this game. Mount Academy under 18s leading 5-1. But again, on account of the second game today, Stanstead College still putting up a good fight this time around. Cormier. Around to McIntyre. Tried to go up the middle, but instead finds McDougall. But instead now Tremblay going the other way. Tremblay with it. Backhand stop by McDonald. Now back the other way is Stewart. That one out of Kenny's reach. Icing waved off as Kenny's going to get there first around Annabelle Cormier. Stanstead clears. McNeil back for it. Over to McDougall. Off the heel of the stick. Tremblay tried to get to it, but instead it's Aiken who just dumps it in and goes off for a change. And poked forward there by Tremblay, but Chase-on's going to dish back to Richards. Nice quick puck movement here from Mount Academy. And now coming back the other way was Smits. As it's sent into the corner, Richards with it, bodied by Lynch. Up to Chase on. And now Richards will flip it out. Corralled by Pion. And that one intended for Smits, but instead intercepted by Clark. As Mount Academy sends it right back down. Lavoie up. Over to Labor. Cross ice, that one will find Smits, who slaps it there for Lynch. And now both teams changing up, so Pion's just going to send it down the ice. That'll go for icing. And so we've got 11:38 left in this one. Again, Mount Academy continuing to lead 5-1. Face-off coming to Jolian Tremblay's left as McNeil takes the shot. That one tipped. Nice little stop from Tremblay there. Amos tried to get her going the wrong direction. Instead, the puck goes over into the far corner. Mullally backhands for Amos. Amos pushed up against the boards by Arsenault. Now Kluche tries to reverse, but it goes off the side of the net. And that one gets covered up by Tremblay. But not without a little bit of chippiness in front. I know the guidelines might be a little bit different in Quebec and PEI, but neither side respecting the social distancing guidelines there. And so the referees will try and calm everything down. Face-off coming to Tremblay's right. 11:12 to go. McNeil. Taken over by Arsenault. Poked forward by Bouchard. And that's going to go for icing. So that ticks off a few more seconds. 11:01 to go. And the face-off will again come to Jolian Tremblay's left. One back to Richards. That shot blocked. Gagne standing in there to take that one. Richards back for it. Richards a very complete defenseman for this Mount Academy side, as we've seen over the course of the last two games. And now here she comes leading the rush. Richards with a goal in this one. And she gets the snapshot off. Tremblay gloves it down as we're down to 10:38 remaining. Now the face-off coming to Tremblay's right. Aiken wins that one over to Stewart, back to Spencer. That shot goes wide. Clark keeps it in. Now Pion skating it out. She'll find French with the stretch pass. And that one off Stewart's leg. As Mount Academy looking to start something here, Clark tries to get it out. Kenny succeeds. Just gets it to Lavoie on the other side of center. Now here's Clark. Up the boards. Stewart was waiting for that one. Instead, Smits tried to pick it off. Good awareness there from Quinn Smits. As Mount Academy headed the other way. Kenny gains center ice and dumps it in. Tremblay handles it, and she's going to cover with Trevor's bearing in fast. We're past the halfway point of this third period now, 9:44 to go. Mount Academy continues to lead 5-1. And they win another draw. Trevor's back to McNeil. McNeil fires that one off a body. McDougall on the pinch off the side of the net. And that one's just going to come back out to Tremblay off the end boards. And so we'll try it again. 9:26 to go. Face off again will come to Tremblay's right. Tie up off the draw. And able to keep it in there was McNeil. Callahan. Set out as far as the blue line by Labor. McDougall shot off a body. Callahan with it around the net. Wrap around. Trevor's on the doorstep, but nothing going. As we got a little bit of extracurricular activity. Suppose it fits for a couple of prep schools to do a couple of extracurricular things, but the referees may not have appreciated that. As a matter of fact, Sydney Chason, the only one going off. Looks like it's a cross-checking call, so Stansted heads to the power play. 9:09 left. Face-off coming to McDonald's right. Bouchard, back to McIntyre. Jamie Arsenault. Arsenault circles back along the wall. Winds up and fires, stopped by McDonald. And pushed off the puck by Richards. Bouchard and Richards battling in there. Arsenault joining in. Bouchard comes out with it. Passes off to 13. Briefly forgot the name, Charlon. And now that shot comes in from Cormier. McDonald down. Referee loses sight of the puck. And so the faceoff will come to McDonald's left. 8:33 remaining in the third period. 1:25 left in the Stansted power play. And that one steered aside by McDonald, but kept in at the blue line by Lavoie. Penelope Lavoie with it. She finds the seam, gets it right into McDonald's chest. Good vision there from Sky McDonald to be able to see that through the traffic. And so this second power play unit will try it again here for Stansted. And won again by Tremblay. That shot just wide from Lavoie. And Mount Academy clears. Lavoie back for it. Over to Pion. Maëlie Pion stops back. Stretch pass, finds Gagne. Leaves it for Tremblay. Short side shot, goes wide. Mount Academy clears. Pion back for it in her own zone. Gagne leaves it for Tremblay. Rosalie Tremblay. Back to Gagne, that shot. She whipped it as the net's now off. Couple of good opportunities here for this second power play unit of Stansted. Just unable to get it past Sky McDonald. And the faceoff will come to her left. 34 seconds left in the power play. 7:42 left in the game. As that's kept in by Cloutier. Arsenault with the shot. Follows a rebound. She scores! Jamie Arsenault potentially giving Stansted College some life, as you would expect a captain to do. As the power play marker cuts Mount Academy's lead to 5-2 with 7:34 remaining. And so persistence paying off for that top power play unit after a good shift, it has to be said, for the second unit. And again, it's the captain, Jamie Arsenault, who's able to get the job done. As now it'll be kind of this energy line for Stansted, trying to build on it here in the form of Labor, Lynch, and Smith. But Richards looking to shut things down, sending it around the boards. Here's St. Peter. Up the middle to Mullally. Mullally backhands that one in. St. Peter gets to that puck first, beating Cormier. Now it gets back down into Saints territory. Spencer with the tip, so no icing. Allie Spencer leaves it for Clark. Breakout pass eventually finds Mullally, but Stansted finds themselves offside. 6:52 to go now, 5-2. The scorer now with the Mount Academy under 18 Saints leading. Goal from Jamie Arsenault just a moment ago cut the deficit to 3. As the Stansted captain found a way to get it done. Over to Meadow Clark off the draw. She backhands that one down. McIntyre battling. Instead, it's Kenny coming forward. Melanie Kenny tried to find Clark at the point, and Clark keeps it in, but she's on the off balance here as Lynch goes the other way. Regan Lynch, stopped by McDonald. Back the other way is Kenny, but loses it in her skates. So again, some good energy coming from this third line of Stansted after the goal. Giving those top two lines a bit of a rest here. As that puck's going to go back into Spartans territory. Pion with it. Stretch pass attempt. Gets past McNeil, and it's through to Gagne. But Gagne unable to get the shot off. Great back check there from Sydney Chason to negate the opportunity. And now Stansted trying to press here again. Perhaps looking to make more of a game out of this here. Get it to within 2 potentially. As Chason's got it going the other way. Sent around, it's Cloutier there for it. Now Tremblay up the boards past Richards. But eventually Richards gets it back up to Chason. Chason open shot right into the chest of Tremblay. Late dig there from Trevors. But Tremblay holds on. 5:18 to go in the third period. Mount Academy leading 5-2. Mount Academy controls it off the draw. Richards into the corner. Annabelle Cormier with it. Now Pion. Maëlie Pion. Right into the knees of Rachel Richards, and she'll try to send it the other way. Arsenault cuts her off. So here's Pion. Trying the stretch pass again. But a bit of miscommunication. That finds Richards instead. She goes up the middle to Trevors, dropped for Amos. Avery Amos shoots. Stopped there by Tremblay. Puck still loose in front. Chason trying to find a seam. But instead, it's going to be Stansted coming out. Charland. Zoe Charland watched around the outside by McNeil. Charland loses the stick in the process, or that's McNeil, excuse me. Now Mount Academy back the other way. Avery Amos one-on-one here with Cloutier. Amos tries the shot, but that goes wide. St. Peter down to Amos. And now that is going to be Bouchard trying to clear. Gets it out to Spencer. St. Peter. And a bit of a wild change there for Stansted. Nothing called. Looks like they got that one in just right. As Lavoie is going to go cross ice. Looking for Smits. And that one is gonna, oh, that could be too many players on the ice, but again, not called. Things getting a little tight on the changes as somehow St. Peter stays on side. McDougall. Kept in by Walsh, fans on the shot. Instead it goes into the corner. Pion there. Tori Walsh intercepts. That one tipped forward, gets out to McDougall, just outside the circles. But now Regan Lynch headed the other way. Promptly intercepted by Laura McDonald. Going around the outside, Walsh fires! Up high into the chest of Tremblay. With Laura McDonald right on the doorstep looking for her second of the game. And we're down to 3:01 remaining in this third period. Mount Academy leading 3-2, or 5-2. Period 3, 5-2. And the deficit's 3. There's a lot of threes here. And it's a Friday afternoon. These things tend to happen. Meanwhile, Clark with it. Down into the corner. Cormier trying to clear, but Kenny trying to prevent that from happening. Gagne in there to dig. Now Aiken. Content to just hold on to the puck before sending it into the opposite corner. Cloutier fans. Now Aiken. Trying to swing it around on the wraparound, but Nothing waiting there on the other side as French just backhands that one into Mount Academy territory. Clark with it. And Cloutier unable to keep it in. Solid contact there between Cloutier and Stewart. As again, things are starting to get a little bit rough here between these two sides. A little bit on the physical side, but nothing wrong with that. As Chason heads back the other way. Blocked nicely there by Lavoie. Now Arsenault headed back the other way. She's got the second Stansted goal in this third period. Arsenault cutting to the middle. Unable to get the shot off. Watched nicely there by McNeil. Chason pushed off the puck by Arsenault. The net comes off again. As McDonald had to kick out the pad straight into the iron. Minute 36 left in this game. Again, a valiant effort here from the Stansted College under-16 Spartans, and it's certainly not over yet, but the Mount Academy under-18 Saints certainly looking good in this late juncture of the game. Pion's shot blocked. She gets it back. Now McNeil in the corner. Bouchard battling. Pion onto the pinch. Bouchard with it again. Back to the point for Pion. Over to Arsenault. And that's down for Charlon. Kind of backed off the play from McNeil. Or by McNeil, I should say. Now Lavoie. That one again, another strange hop off the Cody Banks Arena boards. As that'll go for icing. 56.2 seconds remaining in the third period. And so you have to say, for the Mount Academy under-18 Saints in these first couple games back, things looking pretty good since, again, being able to resume game action here just last night. As Mullally pushes forward. Mullally wants more. That's off the shoulder of Tremblay. Now Labor pushes it forward to Lynch. Lynch gets tied up. Amos will go back the other way with it. Here's St. Peter. Up the middle for Amos. Couldn't quite get that one redirected properly. Back to Clark. Down to Mullally. Amos tries to go out front. It gets to Richards out at the point. Bit of a strange bounce. And Talia Mullally on the doorstep. She's going to make it 6-2 Mount Academy. 17.8 seconds to go. And so you could feel like this Mount Academy under-18 side wasn't quite satisfied with how things were going. You knew they'd continue to push right up until the last whistle, and ultimately this top line gets rewarded again as Talia Mullally, the St. Thomas University commit, makes it 6-2 as we're into the final seconds of this one. That one poked out. Lavoie over to Pion, and Pion is just going to send it to Tremblay, and that's how this game's going to end. So, a couple of good games here today. Stansted College going 1-1. But the final of this one, Mount Academy under-18 Saints 6. Stansted College under-16 Spartans 2. And again, we hope you've enjoyed these two games here at Cody Banks Arena in Sherwood, Parkdale, PEI, as Mount Academy shows its appreciation for the opponent, especially coming down on short notice. But again, certainly this Mount Academy under-18 side looking real good as we continue toward what we hope will be the end of a season. But for the team at UMI Sports and Entertainment, my name's Jordy Carraher. Again, we hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's broadcast, and we will see you somewhere down the road.